Exclusive contracted novel by Feilu Novel Network. Wuxia. In Xia Jingtian, 3 generations exposed on the Golden List Li Xuan traveled through the world of the Immortal Sword, completely digesting the power of Feipeng in defeating Jing Tian, the Evil Sword Immortal. Just when he thought he was traveling through the world of immortal swords. But it was discovered that this was a world of integrated martial arts that blended countless martial arts worlds. Seeking defeat alone, Nantian, Zhang Sanfeng, and Xiao Sanxiao, all familiar and eye-catching experts emerge one after another, composing a passionate world. However, so what? He, who cultivates immortals, runs rampant without fear. This day, the Kyushu Heavenly List has arrived, and Jing Tian ranks first among the world's top experts. Feipeng, the god of war in the previous life, ranked second. In his past life, Prince Longyang of the Jiang Kingdom ranked third. The world is shaking. Countless people in the martial arts world, the emperor was horrified to the extreme. Unexpectedly, there are still immortals hidden in this world who have saved the world. How could Kyushu be so prosperous in ancient times? Feilu Novel Network reminds you that this novel and its characters are purely fictional. If there are any similarities, they are purely coincidental and should not be imitated. Chapter 1. Immortal cultivators who reduce dimensions and strike. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Baoyang Street, Yongandang. Sun Yen Kid. I think you're also quite pleasing to the eye. Take 1 or 2,000 silver coins from this peerless secret book, and I'll give it to you as a gift. Dressed in coarse cloth clothes, with long hair standing upright and a slightly red complexion, Jing Tian took out an extremely rudimentary book from his pocket. In the midst of the wind, one could glimpse some yellowed books that swayed towards Sun Yen in front of them. Between words, it seemed as if Sun Yen had taken a huge advantage. However, in fact, it is indeed so. The scenery of the past life is just an extremely ordinary person among all living beings. In an accident, I traveled to this world. As soon as I woke up, I saw this Yongandang, and at the same time, a large amount of memories of my predecessor flooded into my mind. Walk around the world, slay demons and eliminate them, cross the well of gods and demons, and kneel down the day before the southern heavenly gate. Silver armor is in panic, the demon-suppressing sword is feared in the world. There are many more. After receiving his memories, he realized that he had traveled to the scene of the reincarnation of the immortal Lord Feipeng, or the scene of his later years when his strength was fully integrated and at its peak. Just as he finished organizing his memories and thought he was traveling through the world of sword and fairy, he expanded his divine sense and wanted to know his current situation. But I found out that this is just a world of martial arts. After 2 days of understanding, Jing finally found out. This world is not that vast land. This world, called Kyushu World, is a vast world that blends countless martial arts worlds. Not only are the sects as powerful as Mao Jiao, but there are also countless small kingdoms in the imperial court. There are also many familiar characters. Qin Shi Huang Yingzheng. 100 schools of thought. Tang Dynasty Li Shimin. If these characters from different dynasties are put aside separately, they are completely different from their previous dynasties. Just in this world, for some unknown reason, these dynasties appeared simultaneously in one era. With so many martial arts worlds and dynasties merging, this world is truly a vast world of rivers and lakes, a world of pleasure and enmity. However, for others, the water in this martial arts world may not be bottomless, and the skilled and powerful may hide behind it. But for Jing Tian, even if all the strong people in the world were added together, they would not enter his eyes. The extremely poor-looking secret script in front of him was casually dug up by him. Although it is not a very powerful martial art, it is also a cultivation technique. Placed in this martial arts world, among a group of practitioners, it is simply an unparalleled divine skill. Selling 1,000 taels to Crown Prince Sun Yen of Baoyang is really similar to giving as a gift. In the past few days, he gradually fell in love with the life of driving Yongandang on Baoyang Avenue, and Sun Yan even told him a lot about the world. A low-level cultivation technique placed in a storage space to pile ash. As soon as it is sent, it is a chance to be casually sent. A peerless secret. Jingtian's voice is not loud, but Bailiang Street is quite bustling, with many people from the martial arts world coming and going, and their ears and eyes are excellent. Upon hearing Jingtian's words, everyone looked in the direction of the sound. For these people in the martial arts world, martial arts secrets are definitely one of the most important treasures. However, when these Jianghu people saw this so-called peerless secret script, they were all dumbfounded. A few rudimentary yellowed pages, barely glued together, without even the cover or name. A peerless secret. Is that all? 1,000 taels of silver. Are you crazy about money? Looking at the tattered pages of paper that looked like a corner of his own table, Sun Yan couldn't help but twitch his lips. Having known each other for 2 days, did Sun Yan behave very much like a weak person? Even if you want to deceive, at least make a good appearance. He quickly waved his hand and said. No, no, no. Such a peerless secret script, brother Jing Tian, you should keep it for yourself. Seeing Sun Yan refuse, Jing Tian did not speak again. Now he is not the miserable mortal of the previous earth, but a genuine immortal. Still the immortal lord. In the past 2 days, I have developed a certain fondness for Sun Yan. I have already used this technique, which is considered quite good. How could it be possible to stick to my face and keep giving it away? Just as Jing Tian casually prepared to store this technique in the storage space. Roaming and rumbling. Roar. The deafening roar emanated from outside the 9 heavenly clouds, spreading at an extremely fast speed and falling into every ear. The vibrating eardrums of countless people were ringing. The new book set sail. I would like to welcome all the experts who have clicked on this book. At the same time, we also hope that the big shots can support this book, whether it's monthly tickets or flower review tickets, which are crucial for new books. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 2. Kyushu Martial Arts Heavenly Ranking. You are listening at novel full.audio. Thunder exploded in the sky. Radiant thunder pierced through the sky and flashed away in a flash. Illuminated the entire sky, making the entire Bailiang Avenue covered in white thunder. What's going on? Didn't this just be okay? Why did it suddenly thunder? Isn't this thunder too exaggerated? In that moment, I almost thought I was gone. Across from Yong'an. In a guest house called Uli, many Jianghu people who were drinking and eating meat were shocked and rushed out. Thunder flowed and thundered, like a giant cage waving its teeth and claws, making it incredibly terrifying. The thunderous roar just now was like a beginning, followed by countless thunderbolts that intertwined like the end of the world. The magnificent momentum shook open, and the whole world couldn't stop shaking. After a moment, the thunder scattered throughout the sky, and the sky exploded. In the depths of the void, a rainbow glow flickered out. Immediately after, strands of golden breath flowed out from the depths of the void, weaving a golden scroll in mid-air, carrying through heaven and earth. In the great Qin Empire, Yingzheng knelt at the desk, holding a pen and bowing his head, reviewing memorials. From time to time, he would take the tea handed over by Zhao Gao, the attendant on the side. Suddenly, a thunderbolt illuminated the entire Zhongtai palace, causing him to stop his movements. A majestic gaze fell outside the door, questioning. General Zhang Gan, what happened outside and why is it so dazzling? Outside Zhongtai Palace. Zhang Gan clasped his fists and knelt on one knee towards Yingzheng, respectfully saying. Your Majesty, there is a celestial anomaly, and the golden light condenses into a scroll. Subtitles appear faintly. Oh. With a raised eyebrow, Yingzheng slowly stood up, his right hand pressed on the handle of the Tianwen sword, and he strode out of the palace like a dragon or a tiger. At a glance, I saw the huge light curtain spanning across the void, like a miracle. Just the second after he stepped out of the palace, the handwriting on the screen gradually became clear. Kyushu Martial Arts Heavenly List. Kyushu is vast, talents are multiplied, and the martial arts heavenly ranking ranks among the top 30 martial arts in the world. All those who make it to the list can receive rewards, and the higher the ranking, the richer the rewards. This list is updated every month. Mahist School, within the city of government agencies. Gao gradually left the Snow Girl, and a group of high-level members of the Mahist School gathered together. The sudden explosion of thunder surprised Gao Jianli and others slightly. Kyushu Martial Arts Heavenly List. The top 30 martial arts experts in the world. What kind of divine power is this? Could it be that immortals' methods are not effective? Through the window, gazing at the golden sky that was far beyond my understanding, Gao Jianli and Snow Maiden guessed endlessly. Such a grand momentum, such a vision, unheard of from ancient times to the present. Master Ban nodded uncontrollably, but soon a few curious expressions appeared on his face. However, the top 30 martial arts in the world. I'm a bit curious, who can rank on this sky chart above the sky? How amazing the rewards on this list are. Gao Jianli chuckled lightly, with a calm yet confident tone. Although there are many talented people and scholars in the world, I believe that with the power of a great master, he will definitely be on the list. The 7 major imperial dynasties in Kyushu have a vast territory, but as the top leader of the Mahist school, Gao Jianli has some understanding of the power of the major powers in this land of Kyushu. With the strength of the Mahist giant Yen Dan, there is a great chance to compete for the spot on this Kyushu Heavenly List. Although the martial arts world is vast, it is rare for ordinary people to have innate abilities. The giant of the Mahist school, it's not just innate. Daming Imperial City, inside the Spring Breeze and Rain Tower. Bai Shaoxing, dressed in black and with white hair and beard, was folding a fan and his gaze fell on the 9 heavens, slightly amazed. Jiuzhou Martial Arts List, the top 30 martial arts in the world, which is more awesome than my weapon list. Behind him, Iron Juan Marquis LV Feng leaned against the window, his gaze flickering with some inexplicable longing. Is that okay? This is a real opportunity to become famous all over the world, not to mention the mysterious reward. I don't know if I can compete. The new book set sail. I would like to welcome all the experts who have clicked on this book. At the same time, we also hope that the big shots can support this book, whether it's monthly tickets or flower review tickets, which are crucial for new books. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 3, the 30th on the Kyushu Heavenly List. Divine Eagle Hero Yanghua. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. The song, Xiangyang City. Woo-woo. The howling horn of a wolf rises, and the war drums shake the sky. Under the scorching sun, outside the city of Xianyang, the Mongol army surged like a tide towards the isolated city that stood tall on the earth. The Mongol army has started attacking the city again. On the city of Xianyang, where the flames of war and smoke filled the air, Guo Jing rested his right hand on the top of the city. His tiger eyes were extremely solemn as he swept through the Mongolian army below, like a tide rushing towards him. His face was extremely heavy. Brother Jing. Not far away, Huang Rong, still charming and charming, holding a dog-beating stick, walked quickly with a group of beggars sect disciples and martial arts experts. Arriving at the top of the city and overlooking the seemingly unstoppable Mongol army, Huang Rong's pretty face became even more unsightly, and she said anxiously. Brother Jing, the support of the court has arrived. However, the meaning from the court is that the domestic situation is not peaceful now, and for a while, we can only draw these 10,000 armies. 10,000. Bang. Guo Jing punched with his right hand and slammed it fiercely on the city's top. Despite his usual kindness, he couldn't help but feel a bit angry. These Mongolians are coming with a fierce force, and the 300,000-strong army is putting on a momentum of not destroying the Song dynasty and not withdrawing its troops. Only these 10,000 reinforcements. They have directly abandoned Xianyang city. They have abandoned the people of Xianyang. Although Guojing has strong martial arts skills and has many martial arts experts to assist him. However, he knew that it was impossible for him alone, along with the defending army of Xianyang, to hold on to the fierce 300,000 Mongolian army. Although he also knew that the current Great Song dynasty was plagued by internal and external troubles, the internal troubles were far inferior to the pressure of Mongolian iron cavalry on the border. However, even if there was anger in his heart, it was of no use as the matter had come to this point. Mongolia's 300,000 strong army, we must be on high alert. One mistake, Xianyang cannot hold for half a day. All martial artists, form a group of 5 and guard a city wall. All soldiers, prepare for the fire, oil, and rolling wood. Just as Guojing ordered for a moment, a group of soldiers and warriors took their positions. Under the city, the deafening cries of killing rushed towards us like a tsunami. Kill, kill. The dense Mongolian army is constantly attacking this crumbling isolated city. A fierce siege battle has officially begun. Guojing and Huang Rong stood shoulder to shoulder in the war-torn and anti-inflammatory city. Jiu. At this moment, a strange cry made the two of them who had just prepared to join the battle raise their heads. In mid-air, a huge eagle spread its wings and swayed vigorously. On its back, stood a cold figure dressed in black, holding a dark iron sword, with empty sleeves. Go ahead. Why did you come? At a glance, Guojing recognized Yang Guo on the back of the sculpture. Uncle Guo. Aunt Guo. When Guo heard that the Mongolian army was organizing a large army with a fierce force, he was worried and rushed all the way. From the back of the divine eagle, it leaped down and landed in front of Guojing and Huang Rong. Guojing let out a cry. However, Guojing, who had always been good to Yang Guo, did not give Yang Guo a good face at this time, but instead scolded him coldly. Guo, it's not easy for you to go through all sorts of experiences with Longyang, and you have been able to retire and achieve your wish. Now that Xianyang is on the verge of collapse, coming here is simply nonsense. Huang Rong also shook her head and said, yes, Guo, you are different from us. You don't need to be like this at all. Longyang is still waiting for you. No. Gently shaking his head, Yang Guo's weathered eyes, with indescribable firmness, said. Uncle Guo, Aunt Guo, you don't need to say too much. All along, it has been you standing in front of Guo. This time, Guo hopes to stand in front of you. Words fall. Yang Guo turned around, and his black iron heavy sword in his hand, with a fierce sword energy, surged up. With both legs and internal strength surging, the whole person turned into a shell and exploded into a snake. Bang bang bang. It's like destroying withers and pulling away decay. As soon as it landed, Yang Guo's dark iron heavy sword in his hand turned into a reaper's sickle, and in the blink of an eye, over 10 Mongolian armies flew backwards. The armor and soldiers are shattered. The Mongolian army, within the Chinese army. The sharp eyes of the Mongolian Khan stared fixedly at Yang Guo, who was killing in all directions within the Mongolian army, and his evil energy flashed away. Divine Eagle, broken arm. This is Yang Guo, the Divine Eagle hero, who has some skills. On the side, the Golden Wool Mage chuckled confidently and said. Don't worry, Great Khan. If he had teamed up with Little Dragon Girl before, he would have been a bit wary. But now. Don't say he's alone, even with the addition of Little Dragon Girl, he's not my opponent. Ha ha ha. With the words of the national teacher, I can rest assured. The Mongolian Khan supported his beard, raised his eyes, and glanced at the gradually evolving golden scroll. He smiled and said. The strength of the national teacher was already at its peak before that. At this point, if there is any breakthrough, perhaps even this mysterious Kyushu Heavenly List has a place for a national teacher, right? If it had been before, perhaps I didn't have much confidence yet. The Golden Will Mage also looked up at the golden scroll, feeling quite proud and longing. But now, even if it's the top 20 in the Kyushu world, I'm confident that I can compete for it. Roaming and rumbling. At the moment when Master Jinluan's words fell, thunder exploded. The Kyushu Heavenly List above the sky is slowly changing. Kyushu Heavenly List, 30th, Divine Eagle Hero Yanghua. The new book set sail. I would like to welcome all the experts who have clicked on this book. At the same time, we also hope that the big shots can support this book, whether it's monthly tickets or flower review tickets, which are crucial for new books. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 4. The lowest ranking combat power. Master Half Step. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Yanghua, the Divine Eagle Hero. This name sounds like a chivalrous person like me. Sun Yan took out several chairs from the Yong'an temple in Jing Tian, sat down, and leisurely knocked on melon seeds, saying, Crown Prince, you are still a chivalrous person. Qingluan, the maid beside the Crown Prince, took a light sip and pursed her lips. Hello, Qingluan. Don't look down on people anymore. Since Yanghua, the Divine Eagle Hero, can make it onto the list, maybe I can also make it, and even rank ahead of him. Glancing at Qingluan, Crown Prince Sun Yan sat proudly on a chair outside the inn. Jing Tian beside shook his head without leaving a trace upon hearing the words. Perhaps it is because Kyushu is too large that information exchange between different countries and rivers is slow. Everyone present was unaware of Yanghua, the Divine Eagle Hero. However, if they don't know, it doesn't mean Jing Tian doesn't know. Although I have never met Yanghua, there is no doubt that Sun Yan is much worse than Yanghua. Compared to Sun Yan, he believed that at this time, the two women who were still staying in the opposite inn by the window were extremely cold and beautiful, with faces as cold as frost and extraordinary temperament, and had a greater hope of making it to the 9 provinces heavenly list. Xiangyang City is the center of the Mongolian army. As soon as Master Jinluan finished speaking, Ongua's name was refreshed on the list in the sky. This made the Golden Will Mage's face freeze, and his proud and confident face stiffened slightly. He was still thinking after this big breakthrough, how could I still compete for the top 20? Result: Yanghua is directly on the list. Although he is more confident than Yanghua, he cannot be much stronger. With a smirk, the Golden Will Mage awkwardly said. It seems that there are so many experts in the 9 provinces world. Even with my 10 layers of dragon and elephant power, I'm afraid I can only make it to the end of the heavenly list. The Mongolian Khan on the side nodded in agreement, realizing that the terrifying power of the Golden Will Mage was already extremely terrifying in his eyes. As a result, in this Kyushu world, it can only be ranked last on the heavenly ranking crane. What kind of monsters are those in front of us? Fortunately, those monsters were not in Zong, otherwise he would have had to run back to his grassland in despair. Just as I was thinking about it, the scroll on the sky also updated Yanghua's life. Yanghua, a legendary hero, lost both his parents at a young age and was exiled to a dilapidated temple. He was adopted by Ouyang Feng, a western poison, and later adopted by Guojing and Huangrong. He was taken to Peach Blossom Island due to frequent conflicts with Guofu and the Wu brothers. He was bullied and sent by Guojing to Zhongshan to learn from Qiu Chuji, but he was not treated sincerely by the Chuanjin sect. After being bullied, he fled the Chuanjin sect, became a disciple of Xiaolongnu, and fled to the ancient tomb sect. He lived with Xiaolongnu in the Tomb of the Dead for several years, developing mutual feelings. Stepping out of the ancient tomb, their relationship was not recognized by the people of the world, and they were constantly obstructed. Moreover, after returning to the Guo mansion, they were cut off by the willful and reckless Guo Fu's right arm. But due to misfortune and blessings, encountering the guidance of the divine eagle, he obtained the inheritance of sword demons solitary seeking defeat, and his strength increased instead of decreasing. However, as Yang Guo walked out of the deep pool, there was no news of the little dragon girl anymore. Feeling heartbroken, Yang Guo waited for 16 years and focused on his cultivation. In extreme sadness, he created a calm and enchanting poem, 16 years of searching, 16 years of wandering the world, chivalrous and righteous, accompanied by divine eagles, and even referred to by many as divine eagle warriors. The strength is even more subtly breaking through the innate great perfection, only one step away from entering the master. With the appearance of Yang Guo's life on the Kyushu Heavenly List, countless people in the entire Kyushu were deeply shocked. Innate perfection. Is the 30th on the Heavenly List the half-step Grandmaster mirror? Terrifying. Is this the 30th strongest in the entire Kyushu? Despite the ups and downs of fate, in such a bumpy life, one can still reach such a level of purity and maintain that pure soul, the divine eagle hero. Truly worthy of the name. What kind of infatuation is waiting for a woman for 16 years? Is this Kyushu Heavenly List difficult? Do we need to list at least 30 experts who are all above the half-step Grandmaster? The 30th place is the half-step Grandmaster expert. It's hard to imagine what kind of monsters will be on the list next. The world of Kyushu, although integrating many martial arts worlds, is vast and abundant. However, despite this, the innate realm is out of reach for the vast majority of people. Even in one dynasty, there are not many innate experts. At the beginning of the appearance of this Kyushu Heavenly List, many innate experts were eagerly waiting to climb the list and make a name for themselves. As a result, the strength of the 30th place instantly silenced all innate experts. This Kyushu Heavenly List is truly a Kyushu Heavenly List. The lowest combat power on the list is actually the innate great perfection, even the half-step master. This is completely out of reach for them. The new book sets sail. I would like to welcome all the experts who have clicked on this book. At the same time, we also hope that the big shots can support this book, whether it's monthly tickets or flower review tickets, which are crucial for new books. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 5 Golden Wheel. Master Yang Guo Banbu. You are listening at novel full.audio. 30, Master Half Step. Tang Dynasty, Imperial Garden. The black chess in Li Shimin's hand fell directly onto the chessboard, his expression slightly frozen. Is this the master of the world? The first one on the list is with such strength. I'm afraid the old Taoist can't even get up to a few people. Across from it, Yuan Tiangang stroked his beard and sighed endlessly. After being stunned, Li Shimin also sighed deeply, his eyes flickering, and the anticipation in his pupils flickered away. There are indeed as many experts in this world as a cow's hair. I knew too little about them before. For an era full of martial arts training, the world of Kyushu is too big. There are numerous imperial sects and news is blocked. In the past, Li Shimin only knew a little bit of news about other imperial dynasties outside of his own Tang dynasty. Now that the gold list has been lowered, perhaps it can help him to have a more detailed and close understanding between the 9 provinces. Half step. Grandmaster. Bailiang, outside Yong'an, Sun Yan's face changed dramatically, almost stumbling and falling directly to the ground. Are you joking? How terrifying is this world of Kyushu? This is only the 30th place, already a half-step master. Shouldn't this list be innate enough to give it a try? Innate experts. That is already a giant in the martial arts world. When did the innate expert lose the qualification to be a crane tail? The crown prince is fine, the innate expert is already very strong. Qinghuan comforted the way. With this mockery, Sun Yan, who was originally a bit lost in thought, suddenly regained his senses and said. Congenital, maybe it's okay, but compared to half-step Grandmaster, it's much worse. Do you know what a terrifying Master Banbu is? I have been wandering the martial arts world for so many years, and there is not a master of half-step master in the entire Bailiang region. The other martial artists on the side nodded in agreement. Obviously, they were also stunned by the admission ticket of the half-step master. Qinghuan, what the crown prince said is in reason. On the side, the skinny groom Lao Huang nodded irrefutably. Ordinary innate realm is already a master at many people cannot reach, and only this half-step master can make it to the list. Enough to prove the horror of this Kyushu Heavenly List. Sun Yan lay on his back in a chair, looking up at the golden scroll and sighing endlessly. I thought that after wandering the martial arts world for so many years, I have basically gained some understanding of the world's experts. But now, I realize how big the world is and how many experts there are. Innate, in front of true experts, it's nothing at all. On the seat beside Sun Yan, Jing Tian saw this and chuckled lightly. He raised a few pages of paper in his hand again and said. Brother Su, the 9 provinces are vast, and those who can make it to this 9 provinces heavenly list are truly the experts who stand at the pinnacle of the 9 provinces. Don't underestimate yourself either. Sun Yan, who had not seen Jingtian's movements, was quite pleased to hear Jingtian's comfort. Just as he was about to speak, he heard Jing Tian continue. This peerless secret book I have here is top-notch in the world. If you buy it and study hard, not to mention being on the 9 provinces heavenly list, even the top 5 may not be without confidence. Moment if Sun Yan had just spoken, he changed his tune. I say brother Jing, although my strength is far inferior to the experts on the Kyushu Heavenly List, at least I am an innate expert. Don't fool me anymore. Even Qinghuan on one side couldn't bear to watch anymore. Jing Tian, the crown prince has already been dealt such a devastating blow. Don't tease him anymore. Jing Tian chuckled lightly and said nonchalantly. Okay. Qinghuan has already spoken, so I won't tease you. The Mongolian army is under layer by layer protection. Master Jinluan looked up and saw Yanggua's current state, completely falling into a deep silence. Congenital perfection. Master half-step. Yanggua is not from the late congenital stage before. Awkwardness, shame at this moment, the Golden Will Mage wished to quickly escape the vision of the Mongolian Khan. It's too embarrassing. He always thought that Yanggua was still in the late stage of innate ability, and that he had developed the power of 10 dragons and 10 elephants, reaching the peak of innate ability, which was enough to defeat Yanggua. If Yanggua can make it to the 9 provinces heavenly list, he must also have a place. Result: he is not at all a congenital late stage, but a half-step master. Thanks to him, he was still here confidently claiming that Yanggua was not as good as him. If Yanggua could succeed, he would definitely be ahead of him. Now, Yanggua, who is in the realm of a half-step master, has only been ranked 30th on the Kyushu Heavenly List. He is only at the pinnacle of his innate abilities and has no hope at all. It's okay this time, he only said that he had broken through, and did not tell the Mongolian Khan what level he had reached. Now, as long as the Kyushu Heavenly List is not updated yet, take Yanggua, I should be able to salvage some of my old face. The new book set sail. I would like to welcome all the experts who have clicked on this book. At the same time, we also hope that the big shots can support this book, whether it's monthly tickets or flower review tickets, which are crucial for new books. Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 6. Half-Step Grandmaster, Kill the Golden Wheel. 6/10. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Yanggua is actually a master of half-step Grandmaster. No wonder he is so fierce. Riding on warhorses and surrounded by a group of Mongolian generals, the Mongolian Khan looked at Yang Guo, who was exerting great power on the battlefield, and was greatly shocked. Even if he is not a martial artist, as a Mongolian Khan, he is still very clear about the realm of martial arts experts. After learning about Yang Guo's realm, he looked at Master Jinluan's gaze, which was even more burning, hoping to praise him. Since Yang Guo is already a half-step master, hasn't the strength of the national master reached the legendary master realm in the Central Plains? Undoubtedly a national teacher, with a national teacher present, we can directly conquer the Central Plains, and it's just around the corner. Facing the expectant gaze of the Mongolian Khan, the Golden Wool Mage felt extremely unnatural as he found it difficult to ride a tiger. Where did he know before that Yang Guo was the half-step Grandmaster? The reason why he was extremely confident before was because he always thought that Yang Guo was only in the later stage of congenital development. Yang Guo, the half-step master, is completely incomparable to him. Fortunately, I have prepared my hand. Otherwise, Yang Guo might be unstoppable. I breathed a sigh of relief in my heart, and the Golden Wool Mage nodded nonchalantly. Don't worry, Khan. Just leave Yang Guo to me. Then, stepping on the saddle with both legs, the whole person jumped up and landed on a tank. A bound figure slowly emerged and stood beside it, with the gaze of the Golden Wool Mage fixed on Yang Guo, who was suffering from malaria on the battlefield, saying, Yang Guo. Can you see who this is? Dad. Mom, big brother. Don't worry about me. Guoxiang, who was tied to the chariot, glared fiercely at the Golden Wool Mage and said to Yang Guo and the city head with great sadness. Xianger. Xianger. Upon hearing these words, Guo Jing and Huang Rong on the top of the city trembled and looked together. The next second, their eyes were about to crack, and anger surged in their eyes. Damn it. Jinluan. Let Xianger go. What's up, come to me. Xianger. With one sword, Yang Guo swept through 10 Mongolian armored soldiers and stood under the chariot, staring intently at Master Jinluan and Guoxiang beside him, saying, Jinluan, at least you are also a Mongolian national teacher with a high position and power. It would be too embarrassing for Mongolia to take action against a little girl, wouldn't it? Ha ha ha. Holding onto Guoxiang's neck with one hand, Jinluan laughed heartily. You, Yang Guo, have made it to this Kyushu Heavenly List, ranking 30th in the entire Kyushu world. If we don't use some extraordinary means, this army will also suffer heavy losses. Holding the dark iron heavy sword in his hand, Yang Guo leapt up and landed opposite the Golden Wool Mage, his internal strength surging silently, saying, What do you want? Of course, it's you who ruined your martial arts on your own. The Golden Wool Mage grinned and said, As long as you waste your martial arts, I will immediately release this girl. Big brother, don't do it. Don't listen to him. You are a great hero. You are definitely a great hero on the Tianjiuzhu Heavenly List. Don't be captured just because of Xianger. Guoxiang exclaimed in agony, trying to break free from his constraints, but to no avail. Holding a dark iron heavy sword, Yang Guo's eyes narrowed slightly, and his inner anger surged uncontrollably. In the end, he took a deep breath and his mind was filled with various thoughts about Guoxiang and Guo Jing's support for him. My internal strength gradually became irritable, as if I was about to start pounding my own muscles and veins. Suddenly. Jiu. The divine eagle crowed, and with a cry, it fell behind the Golden Wool Mage, its wings fiercely lining his back. Bang! The immense power directly knocked the entire Golden Wool Mage flying. Yang Guo seized the opportunity and his already irritable internal strength condensed between his short sleeves. Dark and enchanting palm. Half-step master level internal power erupted in an instant, pouring fiercely onto the Golden Wool Mage. Even the late-born Golden Wool Mage, who suffered such a heavy blow, was directly slapped down by Yang Guo. Blood, like free money, couldn't help but spill from the corner of his mouth. Brother Jiao. Could you please take her back to the city wall? With one palm, Yanghua, who had severely injured the Golden Wool Mage, stood on the chariot and said a word to the Divine Eagle. Overlooking the entire battlefield from a high position, Ongua's cuffs were like a death sickle. Internal strength gathers and sweeps through, constantly reaping the lives of Mongolian soldiers. With his internal strength running under his feet, he was like a ghostly shadow rushing towards the Mongolian Khan. Although Yanghua broke through the realm of a great master and greatly increased his strength, he knew that he could not defeat this 300,000-strong army. The only way to break the situation was to kill the Mongolian Khan. Hurry up. Protect me. Retreat. As I watched, the Golden Wool Mage who had been chatting and laughing with me before, even disregarding Yanghua. After being breached, Yanghua was killed with a single blow, and the Mongol Khan was frightened to death. He quickly ordered the withdrawal of troops. However, Yanghua will not give him the opportunity to make a comeback. He made no secret of his goal, and the speed of the fight increased a bit. After a moment, he jumped up as he fought hundreds of meters away from the Mongolian Khan. Internal power condensed into the sword, and the dark iron heavy sword in hand shot out with extreme force. The dark iron heavy sword that instills the inner power of the master cuts through the sky like a shooting star, chasing after the stars and the moon, and tearing apart everything in front of him. With a destructive force, dozens of Mongolian warriors blocking ahead were pierced through. Puff. The bear that pierced through the Mongolian Khan lay down, fiercely lifted it up, and inserted it into the ground not far away. Blood slowly flowed down the blade and into the ground, causing the entire Mongolian army to explode in an instant. Devil. This person is a devil. Khan is dead, national teacher is dead. Quickly withdraw. It's impossible to win, with this devil around. Get out of here. For a moment, the Mongol army was in chaos, and there was no need to worry about attacking Xianyang city. Seeking flowers, seeking rewards, seeking collections, seeking monthly tickets, Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 7. The first Heavenly List reward. The world is shocked. You are listening at novel full.audio. Just the next second after Yanghua killed the Mongolian Khan. The golden light on the sky flickered once again, dazzling beyond measure. Divine Eagle Hero Yanghua, Half-Step Master Realm, ranked 30th on the 9 provinces heavenly ranking, hereby rewards 3 teleportation talismans, which can teleport anywhere within 1,000 miles. In the dilapidated Mongolian battle formation, a golden beam of light descended from the sky and fell into the hands of Yanghua. Transformed into 3 shining and dazzling talismans. Is this a teleportation talisman that can teleport thousands of miles? Yanghua held 3 teleportation symbols, and the instructions for using them immediately came to his mind. Sure enough. It is truly a reward bestowed by a completely incomprehensible existence like the Kyushu Heavenly List. Let him be pleasantly surprised. Under the dazzling golden light, the whole Kyushu world is once again boiling. The teleportation symbol. A teleportation symbol that can teleport freely within 1,000 miles. How could there be such a terrifying thing in this world? Yanghua himself is already in the realm of a half-step master. With the addition of this teleportation symbol, even if he is a master, he probably cannot do anything to him, can he? Grandmaster experts. These types of experts are all legendary experts. 1,000 miles away, how far is it? Nowadays, it can only be achieved with a talisman. Once this thing is taken out, it may instantly cause a bloody storm, right? Kyushu Heavenly List. It seems that the biggest benefit gained from being on the list is not a declaration of shocking Kyushu, but a reward bestowed by the Heavenly List itself. Yeah. Such a terrifying reward is simply unheard of. As soon as the Tianbang reward was released, almost everyone in the world went crazy. Danyao, this world is not without it. However, this world is ultimately a world of martial arts, and the elixir of martial arts can make people break through without any side effects in the future, which is a divine elixir. This can directly help people break through the master's pill. It's simply shocking. Under such immense temptation, even some scheming martial artists have begun to inquire about Yanggua's information. Teleportation symbol. There is such a miraculous thing in the world. This is simply a life-saving weapon. In the Tang Dynasty Imperial Garden, Yuan Tiangang suddenly stood up and knocked over the entire chessboard, staring at the boss with both eyes wide open. As the strongest hidden figure in the Tang Dynasty, Yuan Tiangang not only had unparalleled strength in the Tang Dynasty, but also ranked first in feng shui alchemy and other abilities. However, it is precisely because of his excellent alchemy skills that he is more awe-inspiring than ordinary people. It seems that this Kyushu Heavenly List has stirred not only the ups and downs of the martial arts world, but also the entire Kyushu world. Li Shimin's profound gaze fell on the golden scroll, leisurely speaking. Just the reward of the 30th place on the heavenly list directly surpasses the understanding of ordinary people, like a celestial object. The rewards afterwards may become even more terrifying. And these rewards are definitely enough to stir up chaos in the world. After a moment of contemplation, Li Shimin made a decisive decision and directly ordered. Send out all the bad guys and collect information about Yanggua, the divine eagle hero, and those experts in the martial arts world. If there are experts from the Tang Dynasty, make a heavy promise to win them over as soon as possible. Never be enemies with these masters. The court of the great Song Dynasty. Clouds were dense, and a heavy atmosphere couldn't help but permeate. Zhao Guoduan sat on the throne and angrily rebuked the courtiers, hating the lack of steel. The magnificent eagle hero. We have been oppressed and bullied time and time again in our Song Dynasty, and you are still doing nothing here. Since knowing Yanggua's life, he has also roughly understood some chivalrous events of the divine eagle hero. After discovering that this person had always been a member of their Song Dynasty, he was even more infuriated. Nowadays, in the 9 provinces of the world, who is not looking for the heavenly list master? The first one is from their great Song Dynasty, but these people are still grinding around here, and it takes half a year to find information about Yanggua. As for the location of the other party, it is even more uncertain when asked. After angrily rebuking the courtiers, Zhao Guo stood up directly from the throne with a slightly cold tone. Go. Let me find them all. Nowadays, the Mongol army is weighing heavily on our Song Dynasty. This divine eagle hero is already a master of the half-step Grandmaster. Now that he has received rewards and stepped into the Grandmaster, it is enough to turn the tide of this war. Also, please pay attention to those top experts on the list. If possible, bring them all over. At the same time, the other imperial dynasties also dispatched manpower to fully inquire about the information of all the experts in the 9 provinces, striving to win over the other party as soon as they were on the list. Seeking flowers, seeking rewards, seeking collections, seeking monthly tickets, Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 8. Instant kill of Mongolian Khan. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Only the Great Qin Empire, Buzz. In front of Zhangtai Palace in Xianyang. In Ing Zheng's eyes, his essence flashed, and his fingers pressed against the handle of the Tianwen sword trembled lightly. Such talismans, even if they are a mysterious Yin-Yang family, cannot be studied. Wearing a black royal robe to hunt, Ing Zheng suppressed his excitement all over his body. The emperor's aura rushed towards him and slowly looked at Zhang Gan and Zhao Gao, saying. On this day, a strange phenomenon appeared, which was already incredibly supernatural. The reward ranked 30th on the Kyushu Heavenly List has already reached the rank of Divine Pill. General Zhang Gan, Zhao Gao. You said, will there be any immortals in the rewards that come next? Zhao Gao, dressed in a deep red guard suit, quickly bowed and arched his hand in fear, saying with utmost respect. Your Majesty, this 9 provinces heavenly list is not a mortal object, and all the rewards given are also objects of heaven and humanity. The law of longevity may appear soon. With an undeniable nod, Ing Zheng's gaze swept over the black flag of Daqin, which was plagued by malaria in the royal city, and he unquestionably ordered. Zhao Gaozhang Citrus. Send out everyone from the secret guard and the trap. Also, let Wang Benmingtian's army be on standby at any time to cooperate with your actions. Whether it's outside or inside the Great Qin, I need to know all the information about the strong players who can make it to the list. Among the remaining evils of the 6 countries, those who have a chance to make it to the list, I don't want them to use their rewards. As for the other experts, do your best to win them over. As long as you can serve me in the Great Qin, even if you promise heavy profits. Yes. The 2 arched their hands together, then stood up and walked away quickly. After the 2 of them left, Ing Zheng stood with his hands down, wearing a crown, and walked to the front of Zhangtai Palace, next to the railing. His gaze was fixed on a certain part of Xianyang, his eyes flickering, and he murmured to himself. With your strength, there must be a place on this Kyushu Heavenly List, right? I just don't know how you will choose when the time comes. I'm really looking forward to it, little one. And this Kyushu Heavenly List. Just the 30th reward, it's so generous. In the future, what kind of crazy extent should it be so rich? Crazy. It's simply crazy. Bailiang, Yong and Dang, Sun Yan looked at the teleportation talisman of the Golden List reward and exclaimed in amazement. Yang Gua, who ranks 30th on the Kyushu Heavenly List, is already a half-step master. Now that he has obtained this level of talisman, even the master cannot take him back. 1,000 miles distance, even for a great master, is incredibly distant. Master half-step. Originally, Sun Yan, who was still complacent about breaking through his innate limitations, only felt a moment of boredom. The gap between this top player on the Kyushu Heavenly List and him is too big. Thanks to his previous delusions, he even thought about making it to the Kyushu Heavenly List. The group of martial arts figures gathered around nodded in agreement. They are not as good as Sun Yan, just some ordinary people. The day after tomorrow, show them the master. Where can I grasp this? On the 2nd floor of the inn, in a position by the window, a woman dressed in a gorgeous light veil with a stunning face leaned against the wall. Looking through the window at the golden scroll on the horizon, he said. Sister. Yang Gua is actually a kind-hearted person. And this teleportation symbol. I was a bit tempted to see it. The woman who was replaced by her sister has a more proud and aloof temperament, and her appearance is equally unparalleled. A pair of narrow and beautiful eyes stared fixedly at Jing Tian, or in other words, several pages of yellowed paper in Jing Tian's hand. After hearing the woman's words, he glanced at the Kyushu Heavenly List and said. With our strength, there is no doubt that we will make it to the 9 provinces Heavenly List. The 30th one is the teleportation symbol. When it comes to us, the reward should be even better. There should be no need to worry about this. At present, I am a bit interested in the peerless secret script in this guy's hand. Seeking flowers, seeking rewards, seeking collections, seeking monthly tickets, Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 9, Kyushu Heavenly List, 29th. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Oh. A peerless secret. Lianxing, dressed in a green dress, dragged her chin and her beautiful eyes followed the gaze of the inviting moon. When I saw those yellowed pages of paper, my jade-like face appeared a few strokes of dullness. I really can't compliment you on this appearance. Just quickly, As her gaze focused, she quickly noticed the extraordinary quality of these few pages of paper. Although she couldn't see anything for a while, she could feel the mystery behind it. Along the way, even Jing Tian caught her eye. At the entrance of Qixia town, a group of two looked up at the sky chart above Jiutian and exclaimed in amazement as they walked. Divine Eagle Hero, who has been a chivalrous and righteous person for 16 years, befriended eagles and now has the teleportation talisman. This Kyushu Heavenly List is really eye-opening. Sitting on the left side of the back, LV Xiaocai nodded irrefutably, then looked at Guo Furong and played tricks. Furong, this divine carving hero reminds me of someone. And we all know this person. Ah. Who is it? Tell me quickly, scholar, don't be so presumptuous. Upon hearing this, Guo Furong instantly became interested. After showing off for a moment, LV Xiaocai chuckled lightly and said. Of course it's Guo Juxiao. My dad. Upon hearing this, Guo Furong was momentarily taken aback, then reacted with excitement. That's right. Guo Juxiao is also like Yang Guo, who is known for his chivalry and righteousness in the Ming dynasty. At first glance, my dad is really amazing. As they spoke, they had already walked on the main road of Beiliang. Lu Xiaocai. Guo Furong. As they continued walking forward, Sun Yan saw them at a glance and waved at them, saying. Hello, here. Guo Furong and LV Xiaocai instinctively looked over and were obviously surprised when they discovered Sun Yan. Sun Yan stood up and walked forward, grabbing LV Xiaocai's neck and saying. Xiaocai, Furong, why are you here? Lu Xiaocai just smiled proudly and said. Of course, it's a matter of wandering the rivers and lakes. It's a matter of pleasure and enmity. With a pout, Sun Yan said angrily. Pleasure and enmity. I think it's to escape Guo Juxiao. Crown Prince Sun Yan, you're not right. LV Xiaocai suddenly felt a bit anxious. Although LV Xiaocai did leave the Ming dynasty because of the oppression of Guo Furong's father. However, it would be too embarrassing to say it directly. Okay. Sun Yan chuckled lightly, waved his hand, and walked up to Jing Tian, introducing himself to the two of them. Furong, scholar, this is the new brother I've met in the past few days, brother Jing Tian. Brother Jing Tian, this is Guo Furong and LV Xiaocai. They often run away from home because the scholar is afraid of Guo Furong's father, Guo Juxiao. Hello. LV Xiaocai grabbed Sun Yan's collar and angrily said. Crown Prince Sun Yan, I wasn't ready to meet Father Furong yet. What does it mean to be afraid? Sun Yan knocked off LV Xiaocai's palm and couldn't breathe well. Yes, you're not afraid. You guy. Lu Xiaocai laughed and cursed, hammered Sun Yan's shoulder, and took Guo Furong forward to greet Jing Tian. After a moment. On the heavenly sky, ranked 30th on the Kyushu Heavenly List, Yang Guo, the divine eagle hero, was completely frozen. Immediately after, the golden color surged again and again. A brand new name slowly emerges. Sun Yan quickly shut up and looked up together with everyone. The Qing dynasty. Thousands of gang members lined up neatly, holding up their weapons, each with a sinister expression, and approached the Huashan sect in front of them. At the forefront of the countless gang members is Dongfang Bubi, dressed in red clothes and with a face like a frozen jade. Dressed in a red robe with unparalleled charm, neither in form nor appearance can one discern a man's appearance at all. Only the rolling Adam's apple between swallows was extremely glaring. Standing in front of a group of Sun and Moon Shinto believers, Dongfang Bubi's face turned extremely cold as he looked at Mount Hua and said. Follow our sect leader. Step on this Huashan mountain. Yes. Shockingly drinking. Thousands of Sun Moon Shinto believers, like Pupi, are killing towards the Huashan sect. For a moment, the shouting of killing shook the sky, and the aura of blood and evil filled the air for miles. Suddenly. In the ninth heaven, the dazzling golden light opened up a new ranking. Just about to take action personally, Dongfang Bubi looked up. Kyushu Heavenly List. 29th, Sun Moon Divine Sect Leader Dongfang Bubi. Amidst the surging golden light. Up and down Mount Hua, all the believers of the Sun and Moon Shintoism are completely boiling. The killing knife in my hand is even more stable. Leader. It's the leader. The leader has made it to the Kyushu Heavenly List. 29th. The sect leader is actually ranked 29th. The sect leader is invincible in the world. This is the heavenly list of all the experts in the entire Kyushu region. If the sect leader can make it to the list, it is already extremely powerful. However, compared to others, the followers of the Sun-Moon Shinto religion are somewhat dissatisfied. In the eyes of many of them, Asia the Invincible is the number one in the world, and there are no opponents in the entire world. As a result, it fell into Kyushu 29. Are there really so many experts in this Kyushu? Is this the real Kyushu? Wearing a red dress, Dongfang Bubi's jade-like face revealed a few unexpected moments. When the Kyushu Heavenly List first appeared, he guessed that he could make it, but he didn't expect to be ranked so low at the age of 11. I met Tong Baixiong and joined the Sun and Moon Divine Cult, named Dongfang Bubi, originally just a deputy incense leader under the Wind and Thunder Hall. He was appreciated by the leader of the Sun and Moon Divine Cult, Ren Wuxing, and was promoted step by step. Finally, he was appointed as the left envoy of the light. When Ren Wuxing became obsessed, Dongfang Bubi took the opportunity to launch a surprise attack on Ren Wuxing, eliminating dissidents and unifying the Sun and Moon Divine Cult under the strategy of Ren Wuxing. He learned the Sunflower Classic, wielded his sword in the palace, and achieved the appearance of being both male and female, seeking flowers, seeking rewards, seeking collections, seeking monthly tickets. Qingming. Outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th. Chapter 10. Above the 29 heavenly rankings in 9 provinces. Non-Zong. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. After practicing the Sunflower Classic, Dongfang Bubi not only became a male and female character, but also experienced a rapid increase in cultivation speed. Even his mind began to be affected, which had an inexplicable impact on Yang Lianting. At the same time, with the help of the Sunflower Encyclopedia, the unbeaten strength of the East has made rapid progress all the way. After annihilating many forces that resisted him, his power reached its peak, achieved the Grandmaster's realm in one fell swoop. Grandmaster. Crouching slot, crouching slot. The 29th place on the Kyushu Heavenly List is directly a master-level expert. I didn't make a mistake, did I? Is it really a master? Is the master coming out now? Are you joking? I have never heard of a master-level master in this martial arts world, but as a result, the master-level master in the hall can only rank 29th. At first, I thought that master 30.5 steps on the heavenly list was outrageous. But now, 29 is just a master. Asia the Invincible. I've never heard of this person before. Without a doubt. After the exposure of the unbeaten strength of the East, the entire Kyushu Jianghu was once again shocked. Although many people have guessed that there must be masters and experts on the Kyushu Heavenly List, they never imagined after Yang Wuxia, who succeeded as the half-step master, the second to last is the master, who is towering and regarded by countless people as a divine expert. However, while shocking the strength of Dongfang Bubi, there are still many people who, upon seeing Dongfang Bubi's life, feel a chill in their spine. Sunflower Encyclopedia. There are so many evil martial arts in this world. Swinging his sword from the palace. He is truly a master who can cultivate to the level of a master, and he can even make a move. Not only male and female characters, but also their mentality has been changed. What a terrifying technique. Fierce people. This is the real ruthless people. Saying, self-palace means self-palace. Baoyang, Yong and Dang, Crown Prince Sun Yan looked at the life of Dongfang Bubi and took a deep breath. They have become both male and female. What's the use of that strength? LV Xiuzai spread out his hands, and after so much time, the few of them became more familiar with each other. This guy is really tough. Even Jing Tian, which had always seemed quite plain, couldn't help but nod in agreement. I admit that I am not at all sour about the strength of the Eastern unbeaten master. Sun Yan covered his pants without any trace, speaking with righteousness and righteousness. Datong Imperial Garden. Li Shimin looked at Dongfang Bubi's life with a keen and flavorful gaze, his eyes shining brightly. Being able to cultivate the master of Dongfang Bubi, it seems that this sunflower manual is an extremely perfect martial arts skill for those who are incomplete. If we can obtain it, wouldn't everyone in this big interior have decent skills? Sunflower Encyclopedia. If in the eyes of those in the martial arts world, perhaps avoiding it is like a tiger, and eating it is useless. But for Li Shimin, it is definitely a divine skill. Being able to cultivate master-level experts represents that the level of this sunflower treasure is not low. As for the premise of self-palace, in Li Shimin's view, it completely does not exist. He is the ruler of the Tang dynasty, and there are more than 1,800 incomplete people in the imperial palace. If these people all practice the sunflower classic, even if only 1 or 2 masters are produced, it will still earn blood. Hurry up. Immediately instruct the villains from all over to find Dongfang Bubi and this sunflower encyclopedia. Not just Li Shimin. The heads of the 7 great dynasties have all thought of the tremendous impact of this sunflower encyclopedia on them. They have all attached great importance to the task of searching for the sunflower encyclopedia and the Asia-Pacific Invincible. The capital of the Ming dynasty. A figure dressed in white triumphs over snow, with a handsome but unusually cold face, stood in the courtyard, looking at the golden scroll above the sky and shaking his head regretfully. Although his strength is stronger than Yang Guo, who ranks 30th. But unfortunately, I'm not a skilled swordsman. Hulong Mountain Villa. Zhu ignored walking out of the hall, his eyes slightly narrowed, and he murmured with concern. In this world, there are so many experts with impressive strength. And this Kyushu Heavenly List, since all these experts' lives have been exposed. Will what I have done in recent years also be exposed? At that time. Whispering, Zhu ignored his tone and became increasingly cold, with strands of cold-killing intent condensed all over his body. Xiangyang of the Great Song Dynasty. A war that almost wiped out the country was turned around by Yang Guo with his own strength. The 300,000 Mongolian army has disintegrated, and the entire Xiangyang is still shrouded in the smoke of war and broken limbs. Wow! Yang Guo, who had completely repelled the Mongolian army, brought a gust of strong wind and landed at the head of Xiangyang city. Go ahead. You're great. Completed what Uncle Guo wanted to do all his life, but couldn't do it at all. As soon as Yang Guo stepped up to the city, Guo Jing immediately welcomed him and generously praised him. Uncle Guo. This is all due to the 9 provinces heavenly list. If it weren't for the rewards from this 9 provinces heavenly list, I'm afraid this time. Yang Guo touched his nose and pointed to the 9 provinces heavenly list in the sky. Kyushu Heavenly List. Upon hearing this, Guo Jing shook his head gently and sighed endlessly. Uncle Guo has always thought that his martial arts skills were extremely deep, but he never expected that he could not even rank in the top 30. Before, you entered the 9 provinces heavenly ranking with a half-step master's level. Uncle Guo was already a bit shocked, but now, the 29th place Eastern Invincible is directly the master. Seeking flowers, seeking rewards, seeking collections, seeking monthly tickets, Qingming outing and happy reading. Charge 100 and get 500 VIP coupons. Immediate recharge, activity period. April 4th to April 6th.